Hey there, Ninth Age fans. Hoyle is Mad coming at you with another battle report here. This is a little different than the ones I normally do. I'm going to go over basically what my display board, my army is, and everything here, because this report is Game 1 of Buckeye Battles 2016. So if you don't know what Buckeye Battles is, it's a 2-day, 2,500 point Warhammer Fantasy. It used to be Warhammer Fantasy, now it's 9th Age, and this is the first year we're running 9th Age. It's also their 10-year anniversary, which is really cool. It's held every year in Delaware, Ohio for the past decade, so this, for me at least, is kind of like the holy grail, the mecca of tournaments that I go to. This is the second time I've gone. I went in 2014. There's like 129 people registered that year, I think, so, something around there. Dropped down a little bit this year with 98, but still, 98 is a hell of a lot of people who are here to enjoy some 9th Age. So I'm very excited about this. I built this army pretty much thinking of this tournament in mind, that I had 30 days to do it. So I finished my last model the night before at about 11:30, I think. I've just been informed by my significant other that it was much later than that, so I don't remember. It was around 1 or so. I'm not sure, but had to get up early for the first day. But this is the army as it's finished. This is actually, I forgot to take this, and I took this picture after I got back, after Buckeye, so you can't really tell, but some of the stuff is a little worse for the wear. I've got a couple little pieces that broke, some paint that's chipping, stuff like that, so I'm going to have to go back and make some repairs. But really happy with the way the army turned out in just a month. The display board is not of my doing. My girlfriend made that for me. Kind of the snake-themed army, so she did the snake temples in the back. I think it came out looking really cool. It's just, you know, I was never hoping to win Best Painted. You go to a tournament this size, and that's probably not going to happen. This guy here is the model that I made for my BSB. He has this custom snake banner that I got from another model, so I'm really happy with how he turned out. I think he looks really cool. Enough about all that, though. Let's jump into Game 1. So Game 1, we're going to go something I haven't really had to do before, because I've normally just play regular battle line games. This is what's called hidden deployment. So I love this game design. Basically, they put a gigantic cardboard screen in between you and your opponent, and nobody gets a bonus to go first, and you can't see where your opponent is displacing his army. You both place your entire armies, and then when you say you're ready, and scouts and ambushers don't count, you don't put those down, but everything else you put down, then you remove it, and you kind of have to see where you are. So it doesn't affect me so much, because I've noticed I pretty much deploy in the same way every time I do, you know, my Skyriders out to the side, and then kind of my big blocks in the middle, and that's about it. So starting here over here on the right, he has 10 guys with crossbows, a organ volley gun thing, one of the Slayer characters. That cannon is actually a grudge thrower. Then he's got 10 Slayer guys, another Slayer hero, King's Guard with a king in it. I think his BSB might be in there as well. And there's 3 of them or 22 of them. Then he's got 25 Longbeards, and then 10 crossbows, and then I think he has 10 miners who are ambushing. Starting over here, I think this is my left, I got my Skyriders. I've got Camo Skinks, Razor Dawn, my Stygiosaur. That wizard, actually, I forgot to place. He's just going to go behind that block of guys there. He was nice enough to let me put him down. Let's see. My block with Caimans, my BSB. My Thyroscutus, block with General, block with Caimans. Got the camos up there in the front, Razor Dawn, camos, and then King Skyriders over on the side. You probably noticed in the middle there, I did the 5-up ward from the engine. I mean, not super worried, but I mean, a grudge thrower can still hit me in the face from a shooting. That would stink. Luckily, you know, all my skinks, they're -3 to be shot at ballistic skill shooting, so that's pretty good. I vanguard and just move up on the left here, so I'm getting behind him. I move up pretty aggressively. Dwarves being movement 3 and me being movement 6 really lets me pick the charges that I want to get, and I really like that. Pretty aggressively over here as well. Skinks are still far enough away that Dwarves, it's not an auto charge. And on the right, I move over behind him too. We use the vision template, and we got the arc. And you may have noticed also in the photos those little Buckeye Battles templates. I think he got the 3-inch blast, 5-inch blast, and I got a Buckeye Battles 2016 movement template. And then everybody got 2 custom Buckeye Battles dice. So this event is so cool. If you missed it this year, if you haven't been, I can't stress enough, go to it. I mean, you pay $35, you get custom dice like that, templates. We got lunch, we got subs with chips and drinks on Saturday, and then pizza with drinks on Sunday. So, I mean, they have raffles with prizes, some really cool stuff. A bunch of, other mini lines that are supporting, so totally check this out next year if you can. Moving on, his volley gun dies. I shoot it with all my camo skinks taken out. That was probably the thing of his shooting that I was worried about the most. So I'm really, really happy about that. And also, in my magic phase, if you look back there, that is a comet. So I put a comet down behind near all war machines too, so, hooray. It's good against gun lines. Rest of my shooting over here on the left, I take out his some of his shooting. And I'm so all over the place with this report. I didn't go over what the rest of the secondaries were. So you select 3 banners, and you got to keep those alive. He chose his 2 core, and I think one of his shooting units has a banner. I chose the only 3 banners that I have. You can get bonus battle points if your banners stay alive. You can for 1 for each. 1 for each core unit you have not fling at the end, up to 2. And your cheapest non-character, I think his are the Slayers, coming out at 110. Mine was one of my Razor Dons, so I think I end up parking in the back left corner because I don't want him to die. So, all over the place with this one. We go to his turn. He doesn't move a model, first of all. Second of all, all of his shooting only kills 1 chameleon skink. I mean, that's just some bad rolling, because, I mean, on the right, that was all he could shoot at, really, but on the left, he had some decent targets, and just nothing hits, so that's definitely bad if you're a dwarf with a lot of shooting. Top of 2, I charge into the flank on the right over here. That's going to go well for me. My skinks with caimans make it into Slayers. I mean, he'll do some wounds, but I think I should be okay. And it looks like I'm in a bad position here for a counter charge, but if we keep going, I triple charge the Longbeard, so I do it in a fashion so that I will overrun with my general into or my BSB into his guys. So that's really good. If we break them, that is, it's not a guaranteed thing, obviously. And then I charge up there in the left-hand corner as well, just kind of move everybody up. I think the skinks there are getting the 5-up poison. So I feel like things are going pretty well here. I also get the Beast Within off on my general or my BSB in the magic phase, because I figure he's going to go into those great weapon dudes. So he's probably going to need to be toughness 7. And I'm just having dynamite magic phases so far. I get Curse the Westerlies off on these guys and make them reroll to hit. So after combat, he's got 3 guys left. I mean, I just went to town, basically. It seemed like and this is one of those games where, like, everything's going my way. It's awesome because it's a tournament. But nothing's going my way for my opponent. And that stinks because I can tell he's not having fun. And I can't blame him. So, everything I was rolling, I was hitting, I was wounded. He wasn't making any saves when he got him. I think I rolled like 11 impact hits and only failed to wound with like 1 of them. So, I mean, that's 10 guys out of 25 dead right there. If this BSB combo can get a charge on people, it is just no joke. So after combat, my BSB goes right in the front. It was a flank charge for my Stygiosaur, and the only way he could do it is if he went straight all the way that he could and did his 90 wheel, and I hit right there. So it's actually better for me because, this is less guys who can strike back at him. And then I think if I had done it in the right order, maybe the skinks could have gotten to the flank, but it's not a big deal. And also on the left here, you see the skink Skyriders break that unit, and they fled me because I'd already, we basically slam into the side of those guys. We go to his turn 2, bottom of 2. He brings on his ambushing miners behind me to try it, because that Razor Dawn hiding back there is my cheapest cheapest unit. So this is, he countercharges his character Slayer into the side of my BSB, so that guy's made to kill monsters. That's probably not good for me. And he also charges the other Slayer character into my skinks on the right here. And I want to point out that that Call of the Comet back there is still building. So, yeah. I think Curse of the Westerlies is gone now, so I'm not sure why that's back there. But we didn't kill that many of them. Killed 6. Because here's what. Yeah, he challenges his freaking guy with his Slayer Lord with my BSB, so I don't get impact hits, so that's a good call on him. And then I squish the guy. I think he does a couple wounds to me. Something we played wrong here that I learned later in the tournament that I didn't realize is that characters can only make way to fight other people in the front rank. So my Sigisaur back there has 4 wounds on him because his general moved to the back to fight me, and you can't do that, so good to know. We're winning over here on the left, winning over here on the right. He killed one of my guys though, but I think we're still going to wear them down. We go to my turn, top of 3 now. I just march that dude away because I don't want any part of that. No thank you, sir. We'll just keep him alive if we can. So yeah, we kill all the Slayers over here on the right-hand side. Or no, we don't. The Comet goes off. That's what it is. So that's why half my unit's missing. Man, it kills the Grudge Thrower. It kills my Camo Skinks. Kills half of his Lord unit. I mean, it's doing 2d6 plus 3 hits at strength 7. Strength 7, I think. So, I mean, it just wipes everybody here, which I'm okay with. It was just out of range of my BSB, so I'm really happy about that. And I don't think we killed them to a man, but I think he'd moved his guys. Basically, he called it at this point. He was like, you can have max points, you know. Part of it is I think that I don't know if he was traveling or if he just wasn't feeling well, but he told me he hadn't slept in a while, and he looked pretty rough. He looked like he was sleep deprived, and I mean, he, you know, basically came up a couple minutes to the first game late, and I could tell he was a little rougher. But you know, we get lunch after that, so I think he ended up doing pretty well later in the tournament. I actually think he ended up winning best Dwarven Holds. So you know, for a rough first game from him, it's so easy to get discouraged in a tournament like this, and he dug in and turned it around. He played one of my good friends who plays Aquitaine later in the tournament and tabled him. So yeah, he way to go for him. Props to him for sticking in there. So we got max points 25 out of this. You know, we kept all our banners alive. We had the +1 point because we have 2 core units still alive, not fleeing, and then we got +1 because that Razordon lived. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the first game turned out. It always makes me nervous though, because now I'm going to be heading to probably one of the top tables. With 98 people, I mean, there are going to be a ton of people who scored 25, but yeah, I'm nervous about going up there and just getting my shit kicked in the second game. So please like, subscribe, comment, let other people know if you like the video, if you have any comments. Always happy to hear those. I'll probably get the second game up soon because I just had such a good time at this tournament and I'm loving these games. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye.